Karate. It's pretty cool, we can all agree for the most part, including obviously in popular movies like Karate Kid, even though in the one with Will Smith's kid, that wasn't actually karate as they said so. But I don't know, they just wanted to connect it to the IP. Either way, karate, I have my own experiences with the subject, and my family does karate for the most part, including my dad and my little sister, although my mother and my other little sister have tried it before, and they didn't like it. That being said, while I personally don't do karate as of now, because, I just kind of fizzled out of liking it, I can still acknowledge and praise the people that do the actual good karate, because that is a lot of work, a lot of hard work, and a lot of discipline needed in order to actually perform well and stuff like that. So naturally, it kind of annoys me when I see like what a lot of people like to call McDojos, where essentially it's you just pay for all your stuff in order to get a black belt, like immediately. That being said, you can kind of quickly tell, because in my dojo that I used to go to and now my dad and sister still go to, we have a rule of sorts. And it's like, you can't even get a black belt until you're at minimum 18. Like, there's an honorary black belt, rank below that. But the main reason why you gotta be 18 is because it's just, so grueling from what I hear about the actual black belt promotions. And speaking of that, the ranking systems. Oh, dear God, the ranking systems. They are so convoluted in most other dojos that I've seen. In the one I go to, or used to go to, as I've said, it was only it was only 4 belts: white, green, brown, and black. And between those ranks was what we like to call bars, because it's just a little yellow bar that's added onto the belt, going from 1 to 3, or actually 0 to 3, with 0 being fresh, then 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, and then the next rank up. And I gotta say that getting these little ranks, they are no fucking joke. I mean, the trials and tribulations that I went to get to 3-bar green belt, which is a little bit before brown belt, is just, oh, Lord. Back when I got my green belt, that day, oh, Jesus Christ, that day, it was literally so hot that my dad almost passed out from heat stroke. One lady permanently got her daughter out of the karate class because she thought it was inhumane to have us all doing physical exercise on 100-degree weather. I was literally crying by the time it was over. It was just, terrible, terrible times. But even despite that, the sort of pride that one felt after, doing all that hard work and actually getting, the next rank. But on top of all that, the actual fights, because it's karate, there's fighting, sparring, and all that stuff. Not to brag, but also totally to brag, I was basically undefeated among people my age. However, there was this one time that I really do remember just how badly, well, not badly I lost, but more so just how badly it hurt to lose. And I mean physically. So basically, I was fighting this black belt's kid during one of the promotions. I think it was just a regular old green belt promotion. So they put me up against this kid. And, oh Lord, this kid, from what I heard, they had him training constantly day and night to be the perfect soldier or something like that. And I do gotta give props to this kid, because he might have not weighed as much as me, because I will admit that I was a little bit on the heavier side back then, a little bit more so than I am now. I mean, I still need to lose some weight, but point aside, that kid, he was able to go punch for punch with me, and I do mean that in the most literal sense, because what we were doing is, for some reason, we just kept clashing our fists, it wasn't even intentional. We were just doing a little circle, we were just circling around each other, and every time that we would go in for a punch, it's the other one knew that instinctively, go in for a punch, and then it was just a constant just impact of punches, man. It hurt my hands, dude. And I'm not sure if this is accurate to what happened, since the memory is kind of a little bit fuzzy now. But I do also think that what would end up happening is that whenever either one of us would try to go in for a kick, instead of blocking, we would just punch each other's leg for some reason. I don't exactly think this is how it happened. Now, I could be wrong, but I do clearly remember at least blocking one kick with a punch, which is stupid. And the reason why I say that it's stupid is because after that fight, my fists were just shaking. And while I didn't really know why, like, I would soon come to find out why, because I just couldn't even close my fists at that point. And after the fact, they would just go on to swell, and it was just a bad time. Although luckily, or I'm not sure if luckily, I don't know if I'm wrong for saying this, but the other kid also apparently got similar injuries, because, we were clashing fists like a pair of dumbasses. Now, granted, we were stupid little middle schoolers at the time, so, can't really expect any better from us, but wild stuff, I must say. And I really don't know what happened in the internals of my hand. All I know is that my hand is better now, and I never had to go to the doctor for it, but yeah, it was swollen, and maybe I should have gone to the doctor. Oh yeah, by the way, if you were wondering, I lost that fight because of the kind of dumb ways that the scoring system in normal matches works that aren't sparring. It goes off of a points-based system, and basically the judges have to see a punch, and not only that, you have to actually mark a punch with a we call it a ki. It's basically when you scream. It sounds really complicated, but essentially it's just doing a full power punch or kick or something, and then doing the ki as we say it, which is us just essentially going like "ai." So what's stupid is that if you're in the zone and stuff like that, and you land a hit without doing that noise, it just doesn't count. It just doesn't count. And me personally, my vocal cords weren't as strong back then, and they're still not even that strong. I've been recording for a little more than 8 minutes right now. I know the video might only show 7 minutes, but retries and all that stuff. So my vocal cords ain't exactly up to par with a lot of other people's. So that being said, I couldn't really scream like that back then, so I had to be tactical about it, and most often than not, it would end with me just not throwing one out and still landing the punch, but not getting any points for it because fuck me, I guess. And when I say my vocal cords weren't up to snuff back then, I'm being dead serious, man. I couldn't talk for shit. I wouldn't talk to my family. I wouldn't talk to my friends at school because I didn't have any. I don't think I talked on the internet back then either. I didn't have a YouTube channel, so obviously I didn't have any sort of practice with speaking, and as such, I kinda just threw every match because I couldn't scream on time or ki on time, whatever. With that all being said, I do gotta say that the experience has still been really positive in my opinion. The environment is a really good one, I'd say, and, the people there are kind of like a sort of family and all that. And although I don't go to the classes anymore, I am still invited to certain events, and I am still very appreciative of that fact, I must still say. Anyways, with all that said and done, I'd like to thank you all for watching till the end of the video. It means a lot. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so I can reach 40 subs. That'd be really, really cool. Anyways, that's it from me for today. See ya!